Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the NECA Toys Alien Xenomorph from the 35th anniversary celebration of the original 1979 Alien film. That's right, the big chap from the first movie finally gets a brand new figure in NECA's Alien line thanks to Series 2. So let's go ahead and check him out. As you can see, he comes in similar styled blister card packaging that we've seen with all of the other Alien figures from NECA most recently. It fully showcases the figure within, and up at the top we get the first Alien movie logo, while down at the bottom portion we have a cool Alien 35 logo. And then the back of that packaging just gives you a cool photography shot of the Xenomorph within the packaging, as well as a description of the first Alien film, and shows off some little teasers of the other figures available in Series 2. So before these guys were called Xenomorphs, he was called the Big Chap. This is the original Alien from the 1979 film, and my personal favorite. Taking a look at this guy outside of the packaging, for the most part his body looks very similar to what we saw with NECA's recent Xenomorph warrior figure. However, NECA does state that this is an all-new sculpt, and when you examine the two side by side, you do notice that while they're similar, there are some subtle differences in the sculpt of his body there. You can see lots of beautiful sculpted detail in that exoskeleton-like look of the body, the torso, all down the legs, and those beautiful tendrils kind of sticking off his back there. It's all topped off with a beautiful solid black paint job that has this beautiful gloss coat on it that makes him kind of look like he's wet. There are some noticeable differences between the original Big Chap and the aliens that followed after. First of all, as opposed to the larger three-fingered claws that we've seen on the other Alien figures, the Big Chap here actually had 6 fingers on his hands, and had a very distinct, almost two-thumb look going on with them. It's captured quite perfectly in the sculpt, and is topped off with some nice shiny silver fingernails at the tips of each of those long, skinny fingers. His feet are also a little bit different than what we've seen on the other Xenomorph warriors. He's got more of an almost human-shaped foot, with the same silver toenail sticking off of each toe. And then the biggest difference comes in the head. I have always loved the way the head looked on this original Alien. You'll notice that the top portion of his head has this really cool translucent dome that allows you to see his skull on the inside. It's kind of a smoky gray translucent piece of plastic there, and looking down inside you can see a beautiful sculpt that shows off that awesome skull that's got even the little eye sockets down in the front that I have always found both incredibly cool and terrifying at the same time. Something that's really unique that makes this particular version of the Alien stand out from the other Xenomorph warriors. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation on this guy. If you've already got the Xenomorph warrior, then you pretty much know what to expect here. The head's on a nice ball joint so it can turn left and right as well as rock up and down, though it is slightly hindered by the sculpt. He's got ball joints at the shoulders there as well as swivels at the shoulders. He's got great ball joints at the elbows for a great range of movement, as well as ball jointed wrists with little hinges as well. He's got a great rocker at the torso there so it can rock all the way around, twist left and right. Great ball joints at the thighs there so legs can go outwards, forwards, backwards, as well as swivel. Very nice double joints at the knees there, and great joints at the ankles that allow up and down as well as side to side movement, and joints at the toes. So you should be able to get a really great range of posability out of these figures. But that's not where the articulation ends. In addition, he also features a bendy tail. That tail has the ability to flex all the way throughout, and it's a very nice and strong bend, so it'll hold its position pretty much any way you twist it and curl it around, which is going to allow you for some really great poses with the tail kind of curling around or even laying on the ground behind him. And when you straighten it out, it's a full 9 inches in length all by itself, which is the exact same height as the Alien figure by himself. And then of course on his head, he's got an articulated jaw, which allows you to pose him with his mouth either open or closed. And inside that jaw, he even has the little inner mouth that you can pull out for some additional poses. Alright guys, It's comparison time. Here's NECA's new Big Chap standing alongside the version that was just released from Funko and Super 7, based on the original Kenner look. That way you can see the difference between the sculpt and the scale of these two different action figures. And here he is alongside one of the classic Kenner figures from the 90s. That really shows you how the amped up articulation and sculpt really improves these guys. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the brand new original 1979 Alien from NECA Toys. This is one I have been waiting for. I absolutely loved the Xenomorph Warrior that they released in Series 1, but the version of the Alien from that original movie has always been my favorite, mostly because of that cool translucent dome on the top of his head that shows the Sidious skull on the inside. I just think it's a really cool look for the character, and I'm so happy to see it finally executed in NECA's toy line. Now, if we could just get some other characters from that first movie, like, say, I don't know, Ripley, I'd be very happy. NECA's Alien Series 2 line is starting to hit online stores right now, so happy hunting, and until next time.